The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
1 quarter in the books, 8-3, our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This is Smith with a grab. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Steps away to his left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. Rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Eric Wilson able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And into the end zone, it's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
The Packer offense, Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And into the end zone, it's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's 21-3. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing. Love. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Jacobs. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead.
What a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
McManus's point after is good, and a rout is on here in this first half. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. And we are underway in Buffalo. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Completes it to Coleman. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Now let's see the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down, counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
To throw, it's Allen. Out to his left. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Flushed out right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. They'll run with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, but it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but it's going to be...
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this will remain a scoreless game. So this home crowd not too enamored with what they saw right there. They wanted their guys to go for it on 4th and goal. They settled for the field goal try, Charles. Ultimately, they get nothing.
Yeah, it turns out that they were correct. I thought the decision to take the 3 was the right one, but because of the miss, it's real easy to second guess now.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
To about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. About ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Off the play fake, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. Loose inside the 30. And down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards.
No wasting any time here before hitting on a big play. And that was something this defense talked about having to guard against. Not giving up big plays in the passing game. But here's one on the opening drive of the contest.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now. He'll try again, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rico Dowdle punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Love, he's going to change the play here. Throwing on 2nd down. Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
A 2nd down throw for Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Love to throw for it on 4th. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's got the first down. He's got a big game going right now, already over 100 yards receiving in this first half alone. They run here with Dowdle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run again with Dowdle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Prescott on play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Love. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 1st and 10, Love. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does it?
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Nixon now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. about set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Love looking to throw it. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And he's going to have a Packers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malik Hooker. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Nixon now from his end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. First down, going to the air with Love. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6. Play action now, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. A running play, it's Dowdle. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On play action, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. He was brought down by Eric Wilson. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down at 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Dowdle. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Rico Dowdle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And now here is another interception. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw now, here's Love. And my goodness, another interception. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. Here's Darius Davis on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The run, this is J.K. Dobbins. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Wilson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 2nd and 7.
I'm going to run you. 22 needle. Check back, 6. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Escaping the pressure right. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So give him the first down, 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
They're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Here's third and a few inches. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up, but the ball comes out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. Ooh, the juke. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, CD, when you